In fact, the last win for the Saints against the Kangaroos came when Ross Lyon was the coach of St Kilda. So some time ago, Friday night football under the roof of Etihad Stadium. North Melbourne home game against the Saints. Longer. Getting on the end of it there is Stevens. Immediately tackled. Zeeble now. The two skippers there actually tackling each other. They are mic'd up for us tonight. We'll be hearing from them periodically through the game. Look forward to that. An insight we don't often get, rarely get. Noons out wide. Need to see an improved St Kilda tonight. They need to find a way to score. They haven't been able to do that over the last 3 weeks. Early in the season they did. There's Gibson. The little poker out of the pack and a chance to settle.
Stay out, Jared, play on!
Montagna. Wide ball to Noons again. St Kilda looking to drive to their half-forward line deep, but it's a 2-on-1 and potentially the All-Australian defender, Robbie Tarrant.
Yeah, he's been very good. Just interesting to watch St Kilda early in this game. Richo spoke all week. He wants them to be brave with their ball movement. That kick wasn't so brave.
So a little ball back inside there, knocked away from the Saints by Geary. And Geary, in the end, couldn't win it in the end now. The Kangas go forward and wait with some sure hands in front of Carlisle. And Jared Waite will line up within comfortable kicking distance for him, I would have thought.
Certainly within his range. That's a good strong grab. Jakey Carlisle right there. Strong mark by Jared Waite. Important for his confidence. One, to take the ball strong in his hands, but to go back and nail this one from outside 50 will give him and his team a lift if he can do it.
Very important. So here he is from right on 50. Distance not a problem. Accuracy is very nice indeed. What a start. So Jared Waite getting the job done after St Kilda did the very, very early attacking, but good to see his hands sticking. He's a confidence player, and that'll do his confidence the world of good, and he struck the kick magnificently as well. So, Jared Waite, goal number 333 in his 227-game career.
And this is where it all started. You see there, Robbie Tarrant just read the ball better, played off his opponent. You can see Rewalt in the back of the forefront there and just played on quickly, the Kangaroos.
So Waite gets the Kangaroos on the board. Fast start for them. Billings on the up. OK to Gresham. Kobe Stevens.
Dangerous tackle. Oh. Dangerous tackle. You dumped him down.
Gee, I thought that was just a good tackle.
From Jack Zeeble, eh? So big high ball from Stevens. Hanson involved. Membry. Ball not quite out. Rewalt. Well done, Cunnington. Gets it back to Gibson. And then the kick around the corner coming from Mullet. So the Kangaroos at half-back. Gibson again. Cunnington back to Gibson. So durable, isn't he? 120 matches he's played in a row since his debut. Stevens held up, held up, held up.
That is remarkable, Bruce. Since his debut, incredible.
Yeah, I think there are only 4 guys that are in front of him in terms of when they started. Mundy's the one closest to him, Dave Mundy. He was 124. Jared Crouch in the 190s. He's got a long way to go to get to that.
120th consecutive game for Sam Gibson there. From debut. High ball, Geary. Here's the skipper. Half back. They need to find a way. Carlisle looking to straighten them up a little. Kick to Membry. Little heavy for him. Hanson did well to push him under the ball there. Picked up here again by Membry. That's a good centering ball. Gives Bruce a chance, although he was caught behind. And the free will go North Melbourne's way. And looking a little sore is Scotty Thompson. Just kicked to the wrong side of Bruce there.
It's very good in Adelaide last week. When I say very good, he kicked 4 in a team that really struggled to hit the board. He kicked a goal in each of the quarters. Higgins got it from Cunnington. So Cunnington busy early again. Membry, Robertson. Well-weighted kick to Bruce and Thompson. What a great duel that was. Terrific tackle coming there. And then Gresham's kick bouncing. Touched. So the tackle coming from Weller and the kick from Gresham.
Pressure's been good early from both teams. And see the intent from both of these football teams is to make sure every time the opposition gets the ball, there's somebody straight up in their face, just really pressing in on them hard. They're doing it well.
Marley Williams from the kick in there, almost like he was deliberately waiting for North Melbourne to set up and didn't want to go before. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Here comes Garner. The footy ran past it, picked up by Geary again. Hanson, oh boy, did he lose sight of it or just misjudged it? Well, he's suffering the consequences now from a very aggressive Weller. Out the back, Dunstan, nicely weighted kick. Gee, that was an impressive kick. And Bruce is almost within Bruce range here. Josh Bruce, as Bruce said, had a good game last week.
Yes, he is. Whitnab.
I think he got a little bit confused there, Hanson, whether to mark it in the hands or on the chest. I don't think the lights had any effect there, BT.
And again, they were set up well as Mav Weller comes off the ground with a nasty little cut on the eye. Is Lockie Hanson that spare before it was Robbie Tarrant, so they're getting that spare off to intercept mark, which is what North Melbourne want to do, but Hanson just unfortunately didn't take the mark.
My fear is here just a little too far. Let's see if he can surprise us all. On the way, it's online. Gee, it's good. Gee, it's good. Bruce bent it magnificently. Wow, did you see that kick?
Don't you ever doubt your Bruces, BT. Don't you ever doubt your Bruces.
And he didn't give it everything he had either. It was just, he just eased it through.
It had a little bit of left to right, then it tailed right to left, BT.
It did. It was nicely constructed. Josh Bruce with the journey, no problems at all. Saints by a point.
Beautiful kick by Josh Bruce. Struck it perfectly. He knew it, and he was pretty happy. That man knew why Josh Bruce kicked the goal. He'll want to make up for that one.
So Longer got over Goldstein comfortably there. Just on Goldie, Duck, 2 years ago, 44 hit-outs average, 14 to advantage. This year, 33 and 10. So the numbers had the ankle problems in the last couple of years, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And look, the coach has put it on him this week, Bruce. He needs to find some form, and when he's in good form, Kangaroos are so much better team, and he gets around the ground. He's a marking ruckman. Not too many of them are. He's one of them.
And a goal-kicking ruckman too. I mean, he's close to 100 career goals. Not many pure ruckmen can boast those figures. So let's see what he's got for us tonight. They need a big game from him. Ross back to Noons, goes back to Geary, and then Geary out wide. So the Saints steady here, Loney on centre wing. I say steady, just that one goal from Wade early on.
Yep, goes again looking for Bruce. Gee, good mark by Gilbert. He'll get it and go, and he does. He chisels one in nicely. Really good, paying the big dividends of getting up and going quickly to Billings.
That's right, BT. That's what it is, and you can see the intent from St Kilda. Alan Richardson would have been on this all week on the training track. You take a mark there, you just wheel and go. Make the decision on the run. Something will open up for you. Well done by Sam Gilbert. Perfect kick to Jack Billings.
Tell you what, it was brave, but it took a contested mark in the corridor, didn't it?
Yep, Gilbert, the contested marker. And now Billings is the result here. 4-7 from set shots this year, Billings, and that was also done very nicely at all. So a very composed St Kilda outfit.
And you mentioned 4-7. Weller's 4-11. Billings 4-7 and Gresham 3-5. I mean, really inaccurate, they're small mid-forwards. So to nail that's massive. I mean, they were batting in a very poor percentage from set shots prior to tonight. This is just what the Saints needed, isn't it?
And this is the Saints going through the corridor. You can see there Gilbert, contested mark, get up quickly, move the ball quickly, easily, uncontested mark. That's what they'll try to do all night, the Saints.
So Goldstein gets over Longer that time, Dumont. They get it wide. Here's Clark. So the Kangaroos need a response. Montagna, Gresham back. Webster gets it back to Ross and gets it back to Joey Montagna, who's been in the news a bit, hasn't he? Kicks to about half forward. Good body work by North, and then Mullet, great rebound player this season. Zeeble gets it wide. and comfortably to Dumont. So North with a chance to load up here.
Clark, the overlap runner, did it nicely, but he found himself with a difficult kick around the corner. He made that look easier than it was, and Rovat. And too far out to score for him, although I'm reluctant to say that now. And Higgins on the lead, and this is a man that can get the job done. He's full of class.
It was a beautiful kick there to Sean Higgins, but Longer was getting back to help out and be that extra man to fill up the hole, exactly where Higgins led into. The reason why you don't see him there, though, is because Todd Goldstein ran down hard into the goal square and engaged his opponent, which meant that the North Melbourne forwards had space to work into. Well constructed by the Kangaroos.
2 inside 50s. Will it be 2 goals? Right behind Sean Higgins. Looking for his 190th. No problems, or does it drift? It does. So it's very late in the journey there. So it looks like we're going to have an attacking game here, Lingy.
Certainly is. I thought we'd see some speed, BT. Both teams prepared to take the game on, entertaining early.
Montagna, Terrence, big fly, Hanson, back to Williams, and then Williams works it wide. McDonald wasn't a great handball for him. Akers couldn't quite. Well done by Gibson. Ball bobbling around. Williams did well. Waite's got a fair bit on that, but it's a behind. Second oldest player out there, just sandwiched between Rue and Joey, is Waite, as Webster brings it back in.
Yeah, looking for Robertson, found him too. That was on, that was pre-planned, and Robertson did well. He needs a big game today. Sinclair, good kick, Weller. Really supplies a lot of pressure up forward to them, especially in the absence of Jack Steele, who's been omitted as Tarrant knocks that one away. Surprise omission of Jack Steele, I reckon. Perhaps he hasn't been getting enough of it. He's been doing the pressure stuff well.
He's been the big tackler, hasn't he?
Just a bit of a message behind it, I reckon, BT.
Yeah.
Richo said, you know what, if you're not performing to the level we need you at, you're not going to be in, no matter how well you played in the first half a dozen games in the year.
Yeah, you feel like his demise has come with their 3 losses, don't you? Because up until then, he'd been a big success story. Good hands coming inside from Turner, but a boundary throw-in. Rovat hasn't missed a match. He's done well. He and Marley Williams have both been handy pickups, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
So Bruce doing some work to help Longer. Dumont, Clark, just missed Mountford, so thought he'd get the job on Jack Stephen. Has he got that? I haven't been watching that closely enough.
I think he has got the job. Tim, have you been keeping an eye on Jack Stephen? Who's got him? I don't know whether Timmy can hear us, but it does look like there he is. Mountford's got Stephen, so he's been doing that job in the VFL over recent weeks. Getting the job here tonight on Jack. Rovat just got rid of it with the Sinclair tackle. Clark inside, precise, really nice. Mullet now, bullets one out wide. Wanted to go, Hanson ran off the mark. He's told to go. Gee, the St Kilda player hasn't heard the call. Their member, he didn't go. Short little ball, Tarrant. Look at the St Kilda jumpers everywhere here. Noons back inside. Weller got it in the corridor. How do they like this? They go wide. Need to keep it moving here, the Saints. Membry with a little poker over the top to Weller. He looks outside. What does he do? Get back off the mark, would be my suggestion. Gives it off to Webster. He's a good user. Good looking ball here in the centre half forward. Stevens was held. And the advantage is paid. Robertson goes to the open goal. Nice passage from the Saints. 3 St Kilda goals in a row. That one kicked by one of their leading half-back slingshotters in Dylan Robertson. Fans are excited.
And at the moment, BT, that kick inside the corridor to a contested situation, right now, St Kilda have won that, and that's where they've got their goals from. If they start to lose those, then it becomes a little bit of a concern, but right now it's working for them.
It's a poor kick from Lockie Hanson, and just now a couple of things will be going through his head. He spilt that mark, cost them a goal. That kick cost them another goal. So Lockie Hansen now just needs to compose himself. He's a good footballer, he's an experienced footballer, but 2 crucial mistakes early. Has to settle his mind down.
Beautiful tap on goal, St. So it's a milestone game for Lockie, of course, 150. So it's been a poor start thus far. Long way still to go. Anderson, he's very quick, couldn't take it. Robert and good at both ends. Geary, Webster, Montagna with some run and flow, so some dare from the back here. Gets to Kobe Stevens. And Duck, you talked about if you bring the ball into the centre and you win a contested spot, if you can win the contest, it's a lot better than the uncontested because you're breaking lines, aren't you?
That's exactly right. That contested mark from centre forward, the game just opens up for you.
Robert and Ross, hasn't he been a good player? Look at the bullet inside. It was just a little short, but still effective. He looks for the overlap again. Ross, he's averaging 30 touches for the year. One of their best ball getters in the competition at the moment. Went through the legs of Gresham. Now got to clean it up here, the Roos, they do. Mason Wood. Normally very good by foot. Montagna gets on the end of it. He wanted it back. Noon, Shepherd, a little bit of confusion. Now Stevens has got to go. And he does, ahead of McDonald. He'll need to get rid of it. He's going to be pinged. And he's gone. McDonald free.
Saw a bit of this last night in Perth too, didn't we?
Joey trying to get out of the way. Just North Melbourne, the worry for them at the moment is they can't stop St Kilda's ball movement. Saints are starting to get through them quick.
Gee, how good was Ross against Tarrant then? And now Gresham, and that's a good use to Akers. Yeah, Ross, one of 12 players coming in that was averaging at least 30. I mean, Paddy and Dusty and Kennedy from Sydney just below him. I mean,
good
possessions aren't ever, but he's in good company, isn't he? He's having a super year, and that spoil on Tarrant was a beauty. So Akers hadn't missed a set shot before last week. He was 5-0. He missed one in Adelaide. Holding the line, and St Kilda got the flying start. Well, the Kangaroos have been the fast starters. I mean, they had that incredible match in Hobart, but they've had massive big first quarters this year, but not so far tonight.
4 in a row is a good start, all right, Bruce. North Melbourne not without their chances in that period, though.
Great spoil, Seb Ross, and then straight away just a little give. And Gresham, a clever little kick across his body to Blake Akers. Brad Scott getting frustrated. St Kilda would be feeling the belief now. They're able to move the ball quite easily. They would be happy with the way they've started this game.
Big Ben Brown into the centre, Montagna. Fair bit of talk about him during the week, sparring with his old mate Dermot Burton. Ball out wide to Dunstan now. I think he's got plenty left. Noons rockets the ball to Gresham in front of Marley Williams. So Gresham from right on 50 here. A lot of movement in the St Kilda forward line. Still plenty of movement, looking for Rewalt, made about 3 leads. Now the counter-attack, the slingshot. Can they get it working? Little smother on the Cunnington ball. Here comes Carlisle. Wanted someone to give it to. Just banged it on the boot and got it forward. Thompson's got it all to do in the pocket here. They are surrounding him. Keeping it alive is Mullet. Did well. Mullet goes to the boundary line. The skipper Geary there. Got a little poker. I tell you what, the Saints full of pressure and persistence at the moment. High ball. Bruce running the same direction. And that'll end up over the line. So they are on the Saints.
We've got Jack Zeeble mic'd up along with Jaron Geary tonight, the 2 captains. Jack Zeeble would be urging his team. They need to be tighter in their defence right across the ground. Jaron Geary would be wrapped with the way the Saints are moving the ball, but Jack Zeeble needs to fix something up out on the ground now to stop the Saints having so much uncontested possession.
Akers back to Rewalt. So Nick's kicked to about 20 metres. Bruce went early. Billings. He's got it. Well, how the Kangas didn't bring him down there, you'd be disappointed. But good luck to him and well done with that. Obviously the strong hips. But you felt like they had to bring him to ground, didn't you?
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah.
They've just dominated inside 50s, 14-4. And this is, well, you're right, Lingy. Zeeble starts with him in the middle of the ground now. He has to stop this run on. Well, we have another look at the goal here, but it's up to Jack Ziebell now in the middle of the ground for the Kangaroos, and we've been speaking a lot about leadership. 2 captains in their first year. Ziebell, he'll want to win this centre clearance and has to stop this rot, has to make sure he stops this run on.
St Kilda haven't kicked 5 1/4 since that win against GWS round 7 at this ground, so they're back to some of their best form here for half a quarter's any indication. 5 in a row.
I'm going to throw another name at you too, Duck, who's in the middle with Ziebell, is Cunnington. Those two, Ziebell needs help. Those two, get the ball going.
Mountford, high footy, 3 on 1 here. Saints numbers, Ziebell read it better than most, and just stiff arm Gresham partially. Now off hands, Atley. Got around 1, takes Noons on, just a centering little ball here. Big bunch of players, longer hands on it. Spills to Goldstein, got clombered by Rewalt. Goal-saving smother there by Rewalt of the body end ball. Dunstan looking for the give and go off Ross. Got it, drilling ball, 1-on-1. Bruce and Thompson. Thompson in front, did really well. Have a look at St Kilda, everywhere, front and centre. There's no doubt about it. They just want it more right now than the Roos.
Gee, Dunstan was good there. I mean, that was a wonderful take by him and a pretty good kick. And Williams affects the spoil on a bloke that's kicked a couple of goals on him. This is...
Todd Goldstein worked hard forward again, trying to find a goal. This is what sums St Kilda up in this first quarter. Numbers back at the footy, outnumber, win the ball, and then clean with their hands away from it. Terrific play.
I reckon no one has been better than Josh Bruce in terms of competitiveness in this opening term. A couple of efforts against Thompson have been terrific. Gee, Longer good there, as the Saints are doing everything right.
What a kick.
Gee,
From Sinclair.
Alan Richardson would be unbelievably excited with this at the moment because he knows this is a return to where they were a few weeks back.
This is the St Kilda team that played against the Giants, isn't it, BT? This isn't the one that we've watched over the last few weeks. Hungry at the contest, great pressure, and then speed and composure with the ball on the outside.
Sinclair's kick a beauty, wasn't it? So Membry, only time he hasn't kicked a goal this season was last week, so... And he's pushed out to the right, so that's a disappointing result for him. Everything going right for his team right now.
Often when you get behind like this, Lingy, you see the Kangaroos players all at the contest. St Kilda has that player out, and then they're able to feed it out with clean ball use.
Marley Williams again, he's the designated hitter from the kick-ins tonight. Gene Membry just come crashing in while 3 North Melbourne players stood and watched.
Yeah, you can see, well, they came in, BT, they came into the footy. If that ball gets out, there were 2 or 3 St Kilda players on the outside. That ball goes inside 50 again for the Saints.
Let's have a look at this now. Goldstein, Longer, both holding each other, said the umpire. Turner did well, got it to Garner. Clark, clobbered, there it is again. Gilbert, sensational. Clark, look at it. Every time they touch it, the blue and white, there's a St Kilda player hanging off the back of him at the moment. It's not pretty, but I tell you what, it's ferocious. Gibson got clobbered again. An opportunity. Look at this. Mav Weller tried to bore a hole through them. St Kilda, eventually to Gilbert. Now Gilbert from the boundary line. Low ball, Rewalt. Just couldn't get down to it. It was a good ball, and I think we might see a ball up from here on.
No, Higgins was able to get it out to Gibson, to Williams. Thompson, now he's got Marley Williams running, but he goes down the line to Turner. Gee, Williams has done a good job here, but the handball's awful in the end, and Membry cuts off weight. And a boundary throw in.
And they're really struggling by foot too, the Kangaroos. At the moment, they're going at just 46%. Great tackle there by Galt. That's a bone-crunching tackle.
And again, so up and about is what the Saints are right now. North just haven't been able to match their intensity. It's real high-octane stuff. Sinclair gets it wide. Jack Stephen to run hard.
And he does with a centering ball, top of the square. St Kilda, good position. Billings the spoil. Off hands Weller. Here's Rewalt. Funneled it out. Kick around the body. Billings has got another. He's kicked 3 in the first quarter. They've got 6 in a row here, the Saints. And they lead it by 30. What does Brad Scott do now?
Well, the Kangaroos are just like bees to a honey pot. they're all around the footy, and the Saints, well, they're just playing smarter footy. They've got players into the contest. They're harder at it, PT, but they've also got that player on the outside. Once they win it there, they know just to feed it out, and then they're away.
I think they've shocked North Melbourne with their ferocity here. Caught them off guard.
PT's talking about catching them off guard, but surely
Review
the Kangaroos
complete.
must have thought this was coming.
Score on result on scoreboard.
So goal to Billings, so he's kicked 3.
Score review there. So I think it'll stay a goal, Bruce, but it was reviewed. No, it's going to be up behind. So that score review has found a reversal.
So is it touched?
Has to be touched.
Let's have a look.
Oh, yes, good call. So every goal that goes back to the centre is automatically reviewed. That one has been picked up under the automatic review.
Yes, and that's fantastic when they pick up those.
Yep. Just Gibson's finger you could see coming back. So some relief for the Kangaroos. Williams, Turner, goal scene. That was clever. And then Gibson did well because he had no room to think about it. Got the ball on. Good body work by Wood. Normally a good kick. Oh, good. Strong mark from their key forward.
He certainly marks the ball at the highest point. So hard to defend. It was a good kick by Wood, but it needed Brown to have the fully stretched arms. And the good thing there is, even if the defender gets a fist somewhere near it, Duck, chances are he's going to chop his arms and he's going to get a free kick anyway.
That's a good mark. That's at full stretch. He's got good hands.
And the big run-up, as we know. So he's pretty accurate. We saw the numbers there. Swartz, he pushed it to the left. He has, so not the result they need there. So haven't had many chances.
Potentially deflating that decision, wasn't it, for the Saints?
Yep.
But they have escaped. Now, Robinson confronted here, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Now it's up to the body of Akers. Didn't get a body on Mullet. And support coming from Gibson now. And Mullet did the right thing and got it out of bounds.
Well done by Mullet, though. Been saying for most of this quarter, St Kilda have just been able to move the ball too easily down the ground. North Melbourne haven't defended them at all well, but Mullet was right up on his opponent then. Make sure he just didn't have that easy exit.
So a goal in the first 2 minutes for North, nothing in the next 26 minutes. So far, been all the Saints since the Waite goal. There's Stevens, he started the game well. Opportunity there for Wood to come through to Higgins. Lost possession, in fact it was Dumont. Here he looked a little sore behind the footy as well. Akers bowled over Stephen and pushed him over the boundary line. So right in front of the interchange area here, we'll have a boundary throw, and the newly shaven Jack Stephen there, Bruce.
Yeah, with a newcomer alongside him. Mountford played in round 1. Big job, isn't it, in your second game to run with a 3-time best and fairest.
Eye contact.
Pretty obvious there, just getting the arm around Goldie's neck. Not the first person to have Gold around their neck, but anyway. It's as good as I've got, Duck, for the night. Kick the full forward. Carlisle belts it away. Well awaited for it. Belted on. Here is Mountford against Stephen. He wins this battle. Gets it back to Williams. Williams handball. Wood, can he create some space? That's a beautiful handball. Gets it to McDonald. Wrong side. Good. Oh, pretty good kick, actually. But a behind. So North getting a little bit of it here. They need a goal before quarter time.
It's a good recovery from North without scoring, but I just feel since that decision went against St Kilda, the reversal of goal, it's just a little bit of air's gone out of the bag, I reckon. Just a little bit, just a fraction. There's Gilbert, and that's no slur on North Melbourne because they have fought valiantly to get back in this, at least in contesting terms. Gilbert down the line, good shot of the crowd. Mark taken here by Tarrant, so they're going to reload and go again here in 50. This could be the one they need. So this will bring Robbie Tarrant to within about 30 metres of goal here.
Ruckman, Duck. Not sure what was going through his head right then. It was a clear mark to Robbie Tarrant. And I think Big Billy just thought, Something else was happening in the game.
Not sure how much goal-kicking Robbie Tarrant would be doing at training, BT.
Well, he's only kicked the 1 goal, and I think that came in round 1 this year. And other than that, Duck, you're right, hasn't been a lot. So let's see what he looks like under the microscope of Friday night football with a big occasion and a big moment. Just straighten the ruse up. Sprays it across the face.
Gee, that's so disappointing, isn't it? And so good for Billy Longer, actually, but what a disappointing result there for the Kangas. They've had a couple of big chances here to snip that lead back, and you're right, BT. St Kilda haven't had it forward 50 since the Billings moment, so they've still got a handy lead. They've played some great footy in the opening term, but right now the Kangaroos have got them pinned in their forward 50, but not getting much reward for their effort.
No, I've got it as the end zone.
It's been good Montagnier, showed a lot of bounce off half-back.
Good ruckman. Thanks, Todd. Thanks. Billy, hold the meter.
So Longer, Goldstein gets over the back of the Noons, goes to ground. Clark probably gets his hands on it before Geary and Longer. And again, a stoppage.
Let's go. Arms down. Arms down. Go high.
So Garner and Weller, but all okay. Can North score from the stoppage? Garner wrapped up. Well done to Clark. Clark, yes, gets it. That's big. Really important. And that would annoy the hell out of that man there.
Well,
It certainly would.
Yeah, it's one of the first time the Kangaroos have been able to be at the contest. They had the footy. Then the ball spills out. You can see there the couple of Kangaroo players are on the outside of that pack. That's what St Kilda have been very good at it. Finally, the Kangaroos get one in a similar fashion.
Strong by Taylor Garner, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just to be able to force the ball out, getting the arms free. It took some strength. There's a bit of feeling starting to build in this, but Taylor Garner had the last laugh in that one, getting the important handball.
Bit of push and shove there. Clark kicking the goal. His last day as a teenager today, turns 20 tomorrow. Good time to note it, and this young man's been impressive as well. Mountford to Zeeble. Good smother off the boot by Weller. Zeeble backs up for another go. Siren sounds. Intriguing quarter of football. North off to a flyer with the weight goal. Then 6 in a row for St Kilda, but 1 was deducted under a goal review. North got the next, and it's a 16-point St Kilda margin at quarter time.